Hey everyone, welcome back. Or I guess I'm the one that's coming back. Um, it's been a little while, and I hadn't done a live in a little while, so I wanted to touch base. I've been moving along with the book, um, putting the finishing touches on everything, and excited to get that out to you all soon. Don't forget that I do have a link for you to add yourself to my review team, and that allows you to get a free copy of the book. But in order to get a free copy of the book, I am asking that you leave a review on Amazon. So if you're already an Amazon user, you can take opportunity to get a free book and be on my review team. And potentially, if there's more books, you'd have more opportunities to get more free books from me. And I would appreciate the feedback and the support from this community. I come here sharing my experience, with meditation, yoga, somatics, hypnotherapy, and I try to incorporate a little bit of everything into the book and potentially future books. And whatever your needs are, I'm willing to provide additional information and support in the form of the book as well. So if you're interested in joining the review team, it's free. You're completely free. You don't have to pay to be on the review team. You don't have to pay for the book. Looking for a number of people to add their names to the list, because naturally, just because you're on the list doesn't mean you have to review it. You are actually going to download it. So I'm trying to get a number of people to actually complete the process and review the book. So any help you're able to provide would be appreciated, especially from those in the somatics group, because I know you're in need. So I know you value it the most. With that said, knowing that we all have various needs, whether it's pain management, stress, or anxiety, I just wanted to talk a little bit about goal setting and using our goals and intent to help see progress in our personal development, mentally and physically. It helps to know what it is that you want so that you're not doing actions in vain. You're identifying specific target areas to work on and things to work towards so that you have measurable results. You can say, oh, I actually see a difference. I actually feel a difference. The people that I'm close to notice a difference because you actually are working towards one thing versus just doing a bunch of things. For example, if you go to a yoga class, if you're not the instructor of the class, you're just taking the class, you're doing a variety of things. Certain days they might focus on certain parts of the body. Typically it's an overall, holistic approach. But oftentimes there's a specific area that might be the target area depending on the type of style. But if you have specific needs, shoulder, hips, back, or if you're dealing with stress and anxiety, it may not be a class that's focusing on meditation. and mindfulness, and it may not fully get you what you need at that time or at the frequency in which you need it. And so setting goals help you understand, okay, even if I'm taking these classes, I might need some additional work on my own to obtain the results that I want. So maybe it's pain management, um, depending on the situation, the condition, if it's an injury, some things you may not fully feel pain relief from, just the nature of the beast, right? But some things you can at least see reduction in. So if you already understand, like, all right, this thing is never going to go away completely because of whatever happened, but there may be things that I can do to help manage my pain, so it doesn't bother me as much or as frequently. Same with stress and anxiety. There may be things that you can do to help control your reaction to certain things or certain emotions, or how you interact with other people. Maybe you have, anger management issues, or maybe certain situations are triggers for you because of a past trauma, and you tend to, recluse and not want to engage with other people because of it. And it's impacting your quality of life. Those things you can set goals to help manage your reaction and how you feel about those situations. And so knowing what those triggers are, whether it's mental or physical, helps so that you can set proper expectations for yourself and set your goals. And so I'll just go through with you goal setting activity that I learned, and I do with others. And you're always welcome to schedule some time with me to do it one-on-one, for the full experience, if you will. And it's totally free right now, and so we can schedule sessions to do the goal setting, and some maybe hypnotherapy to help you overcome whatever it is you're looking to work on. So the first step in the process is to define the goal. What is your goal? And stating it in the positive, not what you want to get rid of or take away or stop doing, but what do you want to happen? What do you want your life to look like once you've achieved your goal? So, for example, maybe you have shoulder pain. Like right now, I've been sleeping weird, and my desk setup, especially writing the book, isn't ergonomic, isn't friendly, and so experience some shoulder pain. So my personal goal is to reduce the shoulder pain, but stating in the positive, I want to have a work environment that is supportive of my physical health and well-being, so that I don't experience shoulder pain on a day-to-day basis, as a result from long hours at my desk. So that would be, in the positive, something positive that I'm wanting to happen, having a work environment supportive of my physical health, and it ultimately, hopefully, will take away what it is I want taken away, which is the shoulder pain. And so again, whatever your goal is, I want to reduce stress and anxiety. Might be I want to control how I feel about X and Y situation, or how I feel um, in these situations, or how I interact or react to certain situations. Um, you can choose, and feel free to leave some comments if you need help reframing your goal, especially when we're dealing with a lot of pain, anxiety, especially if it's been over an extended period of time. Sometimes it's hard to see the positive. Sometimes it's hard to come out of feelings of negativity or hopelessness, and think in a positive light. But reframing and putting it in a positive helps reset the mind to think that there are possibilities beyond what we're currently experiencing. So after you've defined your goal, the next is, have you tried this before? So is this a new pain? Is it something you've been dealing with for a while? Have you had it before and successfully recovered from it, and now it's back? Or have you tried this before, done something before, and reduced the pain you're experiencing, and now it's coming back? Or have you just never done anything before? Or have you done something before and just nothing has worked? And so really reflecting on your situation, what things might have worked or might have helped, even if it was for a short period of time. Again, finding those positives. If it's something brand new, that's fine. It's not something that you have had to deal with before, but it's important to understand how you're reacting mentally, physically to the situation. If you have done something, say for pain management, what have you done? What was good about the work you've done? How long did it last? If there was something that stopped you from continuing that work towards mental and physical health and well-being, what was it? What was it that stopped you or limited you from that, from being successful? And you're just taking the time to jot those thoughts down, so that if you have limitations. Sometimes they're internal and sometimes they're external limitations. For me, oftentimes it's time a limitation. Now I've tried this before, but I had to stop because I had so much going on, and now I'm just dealing with the pain. I can't do anything about it, or haven't tried to do anything about it until I could, reduce the number of things I have going on. For example, having time to focus on it. Maybe stress and anxiety. Have you tried to reduce your stress and anxiety? What has worked for you? Some people need a support system. Some others don't. So understanding what your needs are, how you interact, and knowing, even if it's a similar situation, what might be helpful for you or what has been helpful for you. Next, when you achieve this, what will it be like? So affirming to yourself that addressing your problem is achievable, it's attainable. Knowing what is realistic for you. Managing stress and anxiety is doable for everybody. Anger management is doable. pain management is doable, but pain is a scale, right? So, um, trauma is a scale. How we react to pain and trauma can vary. Everyone's tolerance level is different. So, if you've especially been in doctor's care for the situation, knowing and understanding if it's even possible to reduce the pain so that you are no longer in pain versus I can reduce it and still live a happy, healthy life with minimal pain. And so understanding that so that once you achieve your goal, what will it look like? Ultimately, we all want to be happy. We all want to be healthy. We all want to live pain-free. We all want to have relationships with people and be, emotionally available and have healthy relationships with other people. And so what do you want that to look like for yourself? Who are the people in your life? What will your interactions look like with these people? What will you be able to do once you achieve your goal? Even if it's, with people you don't know yet, maybe you'll have new relationships with people because of your new capabilities. Maybe, if it's dealing with a trauma, maybe you can now be emotionally available to engage and interact and build relationships with new people because of your ability to manage. If it's a pain management issue, maybe you can now go for walks a few times a week. Maybe now you're, starting to bring down your blood pressure because you're more physically active. Maybe now you're able to cook meals for yourself because you can stand up in the kitchen. Everybody's goal is different. What they envision their life like achieving this goal is different. And so taking the time to see, in your own head, this is what I want my life to be like, versus just saying, I want the pain to go away. Again, it helps set the goal. It helps set in your mental that a life beyond this situation is possible. And it's possible because you can see it. If you can see it, you believe it, it can be. And then once you achieve this goal, what will this do for you? Like I said, maybe you'll have happier, healthier relationships. Maybe you'll lose some weight because you're more physically active. Maybe you'll just be happier. Oftentimes when we're living with consistent pain, emotional and physical pain, we start to carry it. We start to wear it on our sleeves. We can see it in our facial expression. We might get, lines and bags under our eyes and gray hairs and everything else that goes with it. There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score, and your body definitely can show, whether you want it to or not, what you've experienced and gone through over time, especially if you haven't taken the time to deal with it and manage it. So it's a good book worth reading for sure. And so, also thinking about this question holistically, and that, what will it do for you and your family? How will they feel about you and their interactions with you? How will it impact your work-life balance? Um, will you be able to do new things or more things with the people that you love that you couldn't do before? Um, maybe there's some additional furniture or things in your house that you've bought, purchased to help sustain your current life, quality of life. Maybe you need canes or walkers or other devices. Um, maybe you don't need those anymore. Maybe your home has a little more space because you can put some of those things away because you're a bit more mobile once you've achieved your goal. So, don't limit yourself. This is your life, your vision. These are just some examples. And what does maintaining the old behavior situation do for you? So now that you've thought about what you want your future to look like, how it feels, now think about what will happen if it doesn't. You staying in this place, physical pain, discomfort, maybe it even gets worse if you're not actively working towards a goal to fix it and manage it, or doing things that are actually productive for your goal. I often will talk to my mom about she's, has suffered from back pain and even had surgery on it and was doing physical therapy, out of physical therapy care, and doing, stretches and exercises at home. She'll mention, oh, I did this exercise and now I feel like I'm even more pain. Well, one, you could be strengthening the muscle, and oftentimes when you're muscle fatigue, you can feel pain, especially if you're overdoing it. And she's definitely at a place where she's anxious to fix it. But sometimes if I do more, that can actually be harmful to your body. And then two, at least when it comes to stretches, actually doing the right stretches that are going to target the areas that you're looking to work on. Some of the stretches that she showed me that she was doing wasn't going to actually target her lower back, sciatic area. She's even experienced pain in her front hip because she's sitting a lot more, and so being able to stretch that. And none of the stretches actually targeted that hip in the area. So, helping her understand the body a little bit and what she would actually need to do, especially when you're strengthening and stretching, the muscle that you're wanting to work on. You often have to work on the opposing muscle to balance it out. You use the opposing muscle to pull and stabilize as you stretch the muscle that you're trying to stretch. So it's important to work both strength and stretch. And then after you've gone through that activity, doing a visualization. So you've taken all your notes, what your goals are, what you want your life to look like, what it will look like once you achieve this goal, and take the opportunity to close your eyes and visualize a future pain-free, stress-free, reduction of stress and anger, and being able to live a happier, healthier life. So I'll just take you through quickly. If you close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, Visualize in front of you the future version of yourself. The future version of you that's obtained your goal, your positive goal, this goal that will positively impact your life and how you interact or work with others. What do you look like? What are you wearing? What are you doing? See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel, this future version of you. How does it feel to be a happier, healthier, emotionally available version of you? Now take that feeling with you as you open your eyes. You are now that happier, healthier version of you. You set your goals. And now it's time to put a plan in place to obtain those goals now that you've clearly defined what you want your life to look like. Now to start charting the path for your brain for where you are now to where you want to be. Your brain will connect the dots. It knows what life will look like on the other side. And it'll start doing the work. Your subconscious will start doing the work. Whether you realize it or not, you don't always have to actively think about it and figure it out. Oftentimes my best work comes when I'm waking up in the morning, like, oh, new idea, let me jot it down. Oh, I know what I need to do next. Or, oh, I need to do this to get back on track. Because that's the subconscious at work. And so now that you know what life looks like in that future version of you, your brain will start to do the work to make it happen. So, blessings. And please leave some comments. Let me know how you like this. Please share your goals. I will love to hear them. And I look forward to working and sharing with all of you to live happier, healthier lives. Thanks.